Yeah, really interesting, right? Like 9 points in the first quarter is not going to get it done. Getting down 29 to a really good team, it's hard to come back. Our guys fought like crazy in the second and put together a really good quarter, but you lose a lot of your energy and you use your momentum early. We did have enough in the second half, but I'm proud of them for fighting back. We got to find a way to close games, and once it's close, find a way to win them. But we can't start that way.
Dwayne Notice looked out of sorts in a good way because I haven't seen him shoot that aggressively. What did you like about his game today?
Yeah, I mean, I think our players, again, in this league, you have to find someone's got to shoot the ball. And I think Dwayne took it on himself to get some shots up and really he found a rhythm, which is great for him to do. And hopefully that sort of breaks out his game a little bit more offensively. A nice sort of sense of finding the corner three and some good ball movement to get him some shots. And then just really sticking in and letting it fly, which is good.
You went down 19 in the first quarter, called a 20-second timeout, and I'd never seen you more animated in that little huddle. What weren't you seeing from your team in those first 10 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I told him just now, you can't spot a team and get down 29, I think, total in whatever it was, our margin. And it's effort. That was not an X and O sort of situation. That's just effort and coming in and being professional every time you start a basketball game. And it's just little things, right? 50-50 balls, not getting the rebound, and just not having enough punch offensively. So that's sort of something that we need to continue to work on. And some teams have that happens, certain games, and we'll do everything we can so it doesn't happen next game.
After halftime, you had trimmed the deficit to 4. Coming out in the warm-up, I noticed that Kay Felder was sitting on the bench having a pretty intense conversation with AJ Diggs. Would you have any idea what that conversation may have been about? Did something happen at halftime that maybe spurred him on? Because obviously he really took a lot of shots, but he really carried the team for much of the second half.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that conversation was. You'd have to ask them. But I think overall Kay had a really good game, and he found a way to, in the second quarter, play with a lot of poise and a lot of excellence and show the talented basketball player that he is. And then moments in the second half as well where he's able to dominate the game. And I think that's great for him. But as a team, we need more players stepping up and coming to the plate in games like this.
Was that your first technical?
Yes.
You did not get your money's worth. Did you just say travel loudly? Was that all it was?
Yes. Yeah, I told him it was a wrong call. That was a travel. He missed it.
I'm not sure you call it shorthanded in the G League, but do you have the team approach the game any differently, like the guys who are here while the two ways are up with the Raptors?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think each situation you're in, you have a different roster and slightly different sort of ways you play the game. I think that the group that we have right now needs to continue to play great basketball, which for us is about ball movement, is about finding the extra pass, good to great passes that create good to great shots, and continuing to figure it out. I think the G League, we're 2 games into figuring out without our main players, which is a small sample size overall, but we've got to catch up pretty quickly and figure out how to win with these guys.
There were a number of sort of back-breaking plays, fouling three-point shooters, a late turnover. What amount of coaching can you do to sort of give your team that poise at all in those tight situations where those mental mistakes start happening?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a whole end of game sort of package that we do in a special team sort of segments of our practice, and it's about replicating those scenarios exactly. Down 3, what do you do? Need to foul? What do you do? Don't foul the shooter. There's a key one. But I think it's about getting repetition and getting practice. And for the players on the team, especially those that are out of college, that's sort of a new thing to really lock into end of game. Most professional games go down to the wire, and it's a 3 or 4 point differential on most nights. So being good in those scenarios is a really important part of winning lots of games. And that's an area that we need to continue to grow in, and our young players need to continue to get repetition in practice. But the only real repetition with the full-on experience and the pressure of it is to do it in games. So hopefully we grow from every end-of-game situation that we're in.